You're sitting with someone, a friend, a partner, maybe a stranger who somehow feels too observant. You're talking normally, laughing, explaining something about your life, and then they say one sentence. Not loud, not dramatic, just precise. Honestly, I think you pretend you don't care, because caring would make you vulnerable. And suddenly, something strange happens. Your brain freezes, your chest tightens, you laugh it off. But inside, something just got exposed. Because for a split second, you felt seen. Not the version of you that performs, not the version that explains, the real one. And that feeling, it's not relief, it's discomfort, deep discomfort. Because being misunderstood hurts, but being understood too accurately, that can feel terrifying. Here's the strange truth about human psychology. Most people don't actually want to be seen clearly. They want to be seen safely. Seen, but slightly misunderstood. Seen, but still in control of the story. Because the moment someone sees you exactly as you are, you lose something very important. Your ability to hide from yourself. Humans are natural storytellers, but the most powerful stories we tell are the ones about who we think we are. I'm independent. I'm not emotional. I'm just logical. I don't need validation. These aren't just beliefs. They're psychological armor. Your brain builds these identities to protect something fragile underneath. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being ordinary. And once you build that armor, you start defending it, even from the truth. Now imagine someone looking directly through that armor, not attacking you, not judging you, just seeing through it. They notice your patterns, your contradictions, the things you pretend not to care about, the insecurities you disguise as personality traits. They see it, and suddenly your brain sounds the alarm. Not because they're wrong, but because they're too right. This is called identity threat, and evolution wired us to react strongly to it. Thousands of years ago, survival depended on your position in the tribe, your reputation, your perceived value. If people saw weakness, you risked exclusion, and exclusion meant death. So your brain developed a powerful instinct. Protect the self-image at all costs. That instinct is still running today, just in quieter ways. Think about the last time someone described you too accurately. Maybe they said, "You act confident, but you constantly seek approval." Or, "You push people away before they get close." Or maybe something softer, "You're afraid of being average." When that happens, you rarely say, "Wow, that's insightful." Instead, something inside you pushes back. You defend, you joke, you change the topic, or you subtly distance yourself from that person because their clarity feels dangerous. People say they want someone who truly understands them, but what they actually want is someone who understands them without disturbing the illusion. But sometimes, a person enters your life who notices everything, the inconsistencies, the patterns, the truth hiding behind your behavior. Being around them feels intense because they reflect something back to you that you weren't ready to see. Here's the twist most people never realize. The discomfort of being seen accurately is actually a doorway, not a threat, because once the illusion cracks, you gain something rare: choice. When you see your patterns clearly, you're no longer trapped inside them. But reaching that point requires surviving one uncomfortable moment: recognition. So the next time someone says something about you that hits a nerve, don't react immediately. Pause, because the things that trigger you the most often contain information you've been avoiding. Not always, but often. Try one small mental trick. The next time you feel exposed by someone's observation, ask yourself one question: why did this bother me so much? Not to judge yourself, just to investigate. Inside that reaction, there's usually a truth waiting to be uncovered. And once you see it clearly, you become harder to fool, even by yourself. Maybe that's the real reason being seen accurately feels so unsettling. It removes the mask, not in front of others, but in front of you. And once you've seen that version of yourself, you can never completely go back to the illusion again. Which means the real question isn't, do people understand you? The real question is, if someone finally did, would you be ready for it?